Hey, good afternoon, Manchester, New Hampshire, and all the surrounding area. We have two beautiful ladies, and then one's 110 and the other one's 109. We thought
Well,
We're doing good at that.
At least
We're doing good at that one. They look as good as we do at this age.
that's right. Actually, we have Lori's mother.
Yes.
I'll
Harriet.
Harriet, I'll let you introduce her.
Introduce
Harriet, you
yourself,
want to
Mom.
introduce yourself?
Oh, okay. My name is Harriet Faith, and I am Lori's mother. and
You did a good job with it.
And I'm from Stafford, Virginia.
Uh-huh. I can hear that. I love these southern accents. I really do. Okay, and Mary.
Yep, Crusin with Mary.
There you go. Mary has a TV show, and that's
Every-
you tape it every Tuesday. am I
Yeah,
correct?
every Tuesday,
And
1
then
o'clock.
it's showed several times out throughout.
Yeah,
the
you can still call in at 1 o'clock,
Yeah.
but you'll get it during the week.
You know, I like your hairstyle.
Oh,
I think
thank
it
you.
looks good. You like it?
Yeah,
For a 104-year-old lady, it looks pretty
100. You're getting younger every time you talk.
Yeah, really. Well, this is the windswept look.
Yeah.
We walked out the door and the wind went shh.
good. Well, that's the best way, But the one thing I'm actually looking at you. I think you have a fantastic aura about you. I see a lot of fantastic health aura about you that really I don't see anything devastating. I love your aura.
Okay.
Okay. You understand what we mean by your aura? Okay.
Sort of.
Yeah. She has her definition. I have mine. We don't always. But I'm looking at with her a lot of blue all around her, which is significant of being the caring person that you are. Okay. And I'm also looking at a lot of yellow, which represents a lot of healing that's coming into your body as well. Okay. I also will tell you, I think you're a very stubborn lady when you make up your mind.
That
Not a
could
typical
be.
Southern girl, right?
Well, but she's not from the South,
Yeah, but-
so.
How
Yeah.
long have you lived out south?
How
Most
long
of her
have I
life.
lived in the South?
Yeah.
How old are
No.
Over
about all
50
you.
years.
Only 50 years.
Yeah, 52 years.
Yeah.
You enjoy it down there?
Do I what?
Enjoy it?
Oh, yeah. I love Virginia. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
Yeah. See, that's the whole thing. That's cool. And that's what's great about this country. We can choose to live where we want to live.
Yeah.
We can choose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We can
yeah.
choose wherever we want to travel.
Yep.
If people, I'm not going to get into the prolong on how you can do this and that and be grateful here like we did last. Well, we may, but I'm not sure. We never know how long. But folks, if you just stop and think about how things are, and I know you do, and what we have today, and be grateful for it.
Yeah.
You know?
I do like it up here. It's a beautiful country.
Would you
New
like the
Hampshire.
snow?
Yeah, what?
Would you like the snow?
The snow.
The snow?
Yeah, she's
Well,
not a fan of the snow.
yeah, as long as I can be inside and look
Watch
out
it.
and watch it. But if I had to go out in it,
Yeah.
I might
Well,
not.
the fun part is when you watch it in snow, the snow plow men and the shovelmen, when they're bending over, you can watch them bend over, and then you have to supervise to make sure they're doing a good job, and like that. So what have you been doing for the last 2 years? Been traveling?
Yeah, we do travel. We've been going to Pennsylvania a lot. There's been a lot of issues in health and so on, issues with family in.
Closer to the mic.
You want to bring it? Yeah, I was just wondering. There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
There you go.
okay.
Yeah.
In Pennsylvania and Ohio, where most of our family is. There's been a lot of issues there that we've had to go to because of.
Well, that's because you're such a caring mother.
Well, it's not her kids. It's
relatives.
it's relatives, brothers,
still,
sisters.
relatives
Yeah.
That's, you're a caring
Cousins,
person.
yes.
We'll
And
rephrase
my
that.
brother's wife died unexpectedly, and now I'm worried about him and getting him taken care of because she was his caretaker and she died.
Yeah.
What can we,
He is. There is a lot of big changes coming around him that he can get better if he wants to. Okay.
Well, I don't know about that.
I'm not going to tell you he's going to be 100% better. I think he become too dependent on his wife.
Oh, he
He was. Well, he was. I don't know if dependent is the right word, but yeah, he let her do
Everything. For him.
control everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, she took
And
care
now-
of everything.
And now he
but
has
he's
to make
taken care. He's taken better care of himself, and now he's taking care of her mother.
And that, you know,
His
and that's what the
mother-in-law.
responsibility he needed. The
Yeah.
sad part of her leaving was to get him to take more responsibility for himself and for, like you said, her mother. And sometimes, unfortunately, that happens. However, she is still being bossy to him.
Could be.
Oh, yeah. You agree?
Wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me in any way.
But they loved each other.
Yeah.
They really did. They loved each other. And a lot of people, like, when you see a lot of happy marriages, they bicker, they sputter at each other, but you know what? That's who they were through all their marriages. Oh, I have to
Yeah.
compliment, oh, this hurts me. You know
Uh-oh.
that, right? The love that I saw your daughter and her husband with about a month and a half ago?
It was about a month ago.
Yeah, when we went to Gaucho, the love and the feeling that I saw between the two of them was just so incredible. It really was. And
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind if I'm bragging about it.
No,
You know? Okay. And I wish there were more like that. You know what I'm saying? I wish more people would say, hey, let's look at each other. I'm not saying your marriage is all peaches, all that you never have disagreements. But I'm sure you do occasionally.
Well, of course, that's
Yeah,
only
you know.
healthy.
Yeah. I would worry if somebody didn't have a disagreement every
Right.
once in a while. There's no such thing as
Yeah.
a perfect marriage. Only perfect people like me.
Of
You know.
course. And since there's only one of you,
Right,
well,
yeah,
you know.
thank goodness.
Thank
The
God
rest
there's
of
only
us,
one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we weren't going to say that, but okay. You've known him long enough to say that.
She gets away with it, see. And Mary and I go way, way
Yeah,
back.
we
She
do.
was my bodyguard, actually. I'd go start a fight, she'd finish it for me.
Goes back into, I would
yeah.
say, the 60s.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh,
That's a good
yeah.
long time to be friends.
Yeah, we lost touch with each other for a
Yeah.
long time. Then we just finally started getting in touch.
Yeah.
I also will tell you there's someone that you're going to be in touch with that you hadn't heard from in many, many years. Okay?
Oh,
And it's going to be a great reunion.
Interesting.
well, I hope you're right.
No, I know, I know, and it's going to be someone that you might have gone to high school with, or maybe you grew up with. I'm not sure, but it's going to be some kind of a reunion that you're going to see each other. Whether it's a school reunion, family, I'm not too sure, but it's going to be a reunion that is going to be really rewarding for you.
Hmm.
Okay, so don't be afraid to meet the people. You won't recognize a person, but the person will recognize you.
Hmm.
That makes sense.
That made sense.
I'm also telling you, don't worry financially. You're going to be okay.
Oh, good. I'm glad you
Ah,
told me that.
We have a call.
Oh.
Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air.
Hi, I'm calling to speak to Mary.
Okay.
Speaking.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, who am I speaking to?
It's your niece. That's who it is.
Your niece.
My niece? Which one? I got to
Oh, then you're going to hurt her feelings.
Which
Mary.
niece?
Okay, what's your first name, please?
Mercedes.
Oh,
Mercedes.
hi, Mercedes. She's out of Kentucky.
Oh, well,
Yeah, oh, wow.
thank you for
She's out of
calling.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
So how you doing?
Well, I thought I'd just call and say hi while I had a minute. I had a
Alrighty,
chance to talk to her.
alrighty.
You don't mind if I pick on her, do you?
I'm sorry?
You don't mind if I give her a hard time and pick on her, do you?
Well, somebody's got it while I'm not around.
You wait till I see
Oh, I
you.
love that. Another one with an accent.
Yeah. You wait.
This is
And
accent
clearly
day.
she knows her aunt very well.
Yeah.
You wait till I see you.
Was
I'm
she
gonna
at-
beat
was
you
she
up.
Was she at your niece's wake? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You also have, if I may, before you hang up, look for some big changes that are going to be very positive for you.
I'm sorry, you broke up on half of that. Could you try that again?
Sure. Look for some very positive changes coming around you for the better.
Oh, well, hopefully going to be moving.
Yeah, well, that's a big plus. You're going to be doing that within a year.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay. And start believing that you're going, that all the things that you're doing are right for you.
Well, me and my family.
Right, all of you, yeah? Don't look back, just keep moving forward.
You've got to.
Okay. Well,
Grandma always told me, didn't you?
yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty, we'll talk to you later then, Mercedes. God bless.
All right, I love you.
Bye-bye
Love
now.
you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Well, that was a nice surprise.
Yes. Can
Now,
I
does
put
she
it
know
out?
you were coming on?
Yeah, I put it out there.
Oh.
Yeah, I told him the number to call. Say hi to everybody.
That was
Cool.
really
Yeah,
nice.
Kentucky.
I love it when other people, even when they're getting, when I'm feeling
She just had a little
When
baby
they have other,
a year ago, a little boy.
Aw.
That was her mother that died,
Oh, that was her mother?
Robin.
Robin, that's it. Oh, that's why Robin was smiling.
That's her daughter.
Yeah.
That's Mercedes Rose.
It was so hard when I went to. I mean, I was so glad to be honored to go to her niece's, right?
Yeah, my
Yeah,
niece.
niece is,
She died at
great.
35.
How old?
35.
35. That's so good. Cancer.
Yeah,
it is,
yeah.
2
Yeah,
years
you know.
ago.
See, the cancer doesn't care how old you are,
Yeah.
what, you know, anything like that. That's like that. I believe that we are born with that germ or that germ of cancer when we are born with it. And it's how we want to take care of it to get rid of it. That's my own personal belief. And people can do whatever they want. You know, I think it exposes it when people smoke cigarettes or eat things unhealthy. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why I asked which niece, because I got a niece up in Hampton. I got a niece up in White River Junction up above there. I got
Yeah.
one there.
Yeah, that's what I meant when I was going to college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
She's
so
in college.
heartbreaking when I watched this, and Mary and I've
And
talked
my other
about this
niece.
several times, when your mother was there, and the mother literally turned her back on her own grandchildren. I had a hard time. I couldn't picture you doing that.
I didn't understand what it was.
They were at a funeral for Mary's niece, and Mary's mother turned her back to her grandchildren. And
No,
wouldn't-
my sister.
No, your sister. I'm
sister.
sorry, he
Yeah.
said mother.
Yeah, it's just
And
you know,
it just broke Norm's heart that she would turn her back on her own grandchildren.
Oh,
And then
damn.
he said, "You would never do that."
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. You know, and I got to tell you something exciting that
Okay.
you told me was going to happen.
Good.
My son and his two sisters and his nephew and their mother had a great reunion.
Oh, that is
that
that.
a
I am
plus?
so happy. That is wonderful. Oh my gosh.
Remember you said that something like that was going to happen, and isn't that what it's all about?
It is. That's what it's all
Family.
about.
Oh, this is what we talk about. Like,
Oh, we have another call.
all right.
Wow. Brought us
Good
good
man.
luck.
See, it ain't me calling.
Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air.
Hi, I just was calling to say hi to Norm.
hey, how are you?
Good, how are you, Norm?
I'm doing really well. What's going on?
Nothing much. How you been? I haven't talked to you, but I can't hear your show, so I
Wha-
just figured I'd call it in.
Wow, you kidding? If you go on, are you on the computer?
No, I'm not.
Well, if you go on the computer with it, manchestertv.org, you can check us out. So who am I speaking to?
An old friend.
Uh-oh. Who is your old friend?
Come on, Norm, come on.
Oh, I can't. I really.
Lynn.
It's Lynn.
Lynn.
Lynn. Mary,
Lynn.
Mary called it. It's Lynn.
Lynn. Oh, Lynn from Laconia.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness gracious. She makes great brownies. I mean, regular brownies.
Yeah, so does my mother. Yet
And she
failed to
also,
bring any.
Lynn is a very generous, kind-hearted person. She really.
She is.
Very nice.
When I used to
know
have my
Lynn.
radio show, Lynn used to come every week and bring in pizza.
Very nice.
She could do
was
that for you and
sweet.
I.
Well, I don't
My
know if my
wife.
waistline would like it, but hey.
So how you doing there?
Good, I'm doing good. So I hear Mary called it right, huh? She knew
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw Lynn, about a month ago? She looks good.
Does she?
She looks really good.
I bet she's lost a lot of weight.
She has, yeah.
Is that right, Lynn?
I lost over 250 pounds.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes,
All right.
Terrific.
How you feeling?
Wow.
I'm feeling great.
You still with Mike?
No,
Oh, wasn't that who you was with? Oh,
no, Brian.
Brian. Well, I got it almost right.
He can't even remember my name or
No.
his own name. For
I
that
know.
matter,
I
so.
know it. But yeah, you've been together quite a while, right?
I've been up here 5 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Where the hell does the time go?
I know.
Good. You know. So you don't want to move back down here, right?
No, I'll never move back down there. Never.
No. Okay. So I actually, what I'm looking at, Lynn, if you'd like a reading, I'll give you a quick one. I'm actually see you moving into a double wide mobile home.
Really?
Yeah. And it's not that far away.
Um,
And you'll have your own peace and quietness. That's what you'll enjoy. Okay.
I'm always on the go.
Yeah. Yeah. But do you see that? Yeah, she does too. It's something like a mini trailer park or mobile home park. And when I see
Right.
you and Brian moving into it, and I've actually seen you two buy it at a good deal.
Really?
Yeah. And and you're driving still, right?
Oh yeah, I just went on the water for a new car.
Oh my goodness!
That's good.
Now you're going to get a
Congratulations.
speeding ticket.
No, I don't think so.
Well, you better watch your speed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, do me a favor and send out some good vibes towards our good buddy Jim.
Oh yeah, sure. All the time I do.
Okay, because I know you know he's been sick. So.
Oh, absolutely. I'm amazed, and I've been amazed at the sickness that he's been able to still function as he has been. Jim has been a faithful follower of our show for a long time.
Very nice.
Oh
Jim will
yeah.
always be a good friend of mine.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Me and him go way back, and we always stay friends.
Yeah. And you know what? And even though he was in love with you or whatever, but he still accepted the fact that you had Brian. You know.
Yeah.
I think Jim is pretty awesome myself. I miss not hearing from him actually.
Oh yeah, I don't hear from him that much no more, but I know I talked to his ex-wife, and I know he's not doing good.
No,
No.
he really isn't. Well, we'll keep sending positive energy out to him.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, and tell Brian to be careful when he's playing that he doesn't fall and twist his wrist.
Yep.
Is he still playing in that band?
He's playing in 2 different bands.
Wow.
Yep.
I'm actually
And we
seeing
just
this.
did a benefit for a good friend, a good friend's grandson who lost both his legs in a motorcycle accident.
Wow.
We were in Manchester. We did a benefit for him.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's gonna. I actually see him twisting his wrist or fracturing it really bad.
Really.
Yeah. It's up to him to really prevent it. This woman, she's quiet. You're not chattering as much as you used to. How come?
I just got done 11 days at Bike Week, so.
Oh, so you're all hoarse there, huh? Hey, did you lift
yeah.
your top up like the rest of them?
Did what?
Did you lift your top up like they tell you to?
No, they don't do that no more, Norm.
Oh, that took all the fun away.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, I definitely will send
I've gone to those other ones, though. I've been to Holly Rendezvous and everything, so.
Yeah. And I'm glad. Yeah, we definitely make sure we get Jim a special prayer and shout out too. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Have a great night.
Bye.
Yep. Bye.
Bye,
You
Lynn.
too.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
She used to come to our shows. She used to come when I had my radio show and all that. Jim has a son that has autism.
Mm-hmm.
I think you might have met him. I'm not sure. Maybe not. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Jim, if you're listening to us, from Lori, myself, Harriet,
Yes,
Oh,
very good.
I got your name.
All the syllables and
and
everything.
Mary, we all send special healing love to you.
Yes.
Okay, can we mean that from the bottom of our hearts?
Absolutely.
And for all the people who, I can't remember all the names, my friend Donica Patterson, she lives in Maryland. She's going through a lot of biopsies, and I think that she looks like she's 8 months pregnant. She told me I think there's a slight tumor that has to be removed. So we're going to wish her well. There's another lady up in Canada. She's 103 years old. I don't know what her constitution, but she's still on the way to go home. But she has a very strong constitution. And, like that too. And for everybody that I can't remember the names of all the people that we get lists for, every week I'm going to say I'm going to make a list. I'm going to make a list. And then I leave the desk on the computer,
Yeah.
so it doesn't do it. Well, you and I are both the same. How's your brother doing? Was it your brother that we were praying for?
Oh, Bruce's brother, Howie.
Bruce's brother, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's doing better. I think, as far as I can tell. We haven't seen him, so it's yeah.
How about you? You have anybody would like to send out prayers to? Well, not religious, believe me. But if anybody we wish well, do you have someone that would like anybody special that you'd like us to wish a speedy recovery for?
My husband's brother.
Your husband's brother.
Yeah, he has bladder cancer and prostate cancer both. So he needs all the help he can get right now.
What's his name? What's his first name?
Richard.
Richard, we ask all the angels to come and work with you, and may you be taken care of and be made comfortable in your time of need in the hour. Then I have another friend who's from Charles, who also just had a prostate cancer operation, so we're wishing him a lot of well. There is a lot of cancer in this country.
There is.
All the hate
Too
and
much.
anguish is.
Well, it's that, and it's all the crap we put in our bodies or on our bodies.
And this is, I think that sun, what do they call it, the sun stuff you put on your
Sunscreen?
body? Yeah, I think that can be the worst thing.
Oh, some of it, they have proven that it's worse for you to put some of them on than...
Yeah.
I had a naturopathic doctor that told me just to put olive oil on. And I said, well, wouldn't that just burn your skin? She's like, no, that's what they do in all the Mediterranean countries.
Yeah.
And they just use olive oil. It doesn't burn your skin like some people use like baby oil or...
That burns.
I use olive oil and baby oil if you can mix it. That's what I heard. That's the best thing you can use.
Olive oil?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to try that.
Yeah.
See, I get all red. I never burn. I always burn. It looks like, what do you call that word?
Rosacea.
Rosacea. So when my blood pressure goes up, it turns really fiery red too, But folks, please don't, just because the sun is out there shining beautifully, the rays are still just as dangerous.
Well, I wonder about that because the sun has always been here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cancer from the sun, 100 years old?
Yeah.
Doesn't anybody else find that funny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just limit yourself.
My husband has a lot of skin cancer. He's had it for years, but he's worked out in the sun for years.
Yeah.
And he still likes to be there.
They never give up the sun.
No, he sits out retired now, he sits out in the front porch in the afternoon with the sun directly on him, and I say, no, but he does it anyway.
You can't change him, If he's happy that way. Is he in a lot of pain?
No, he's not in pain, but he just has the little biopsies and the surgery quite often.
Yeah, probably like once a year they take some off.
Yeah.
I'm not dismissing it because, I know someone who died from skin cancer, but I don't think it's the sun's fault is the point. I think it's everything that we do to our bodies. We weaken them.
And there's a lot of things that we eat, Paul.
Right, a lot of things that we eat, a lot of things we put on ourselves. We don't take good care of ourselves. And I think that's what gives it the opening.
Yeah.
He has, he has very oily skin, and that might have something to do with it.
That might have something to do with it.
What's that?
Oily skin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm a firm believer in. One of the things that I also think, too, is that, like you just said, that we don't take care of it. We can spend, I remember falling asleep out in the sun in Arizona. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. You know? So now I have to be careful. My dog has a good timing of being out in the sun. She loves to go out and lay in the sun, and she gets in her little thing there, makes her body feel good,
Yeah.
But she also reminds me, because it's time to go back in again. you know. And I'm sitting there, I hope she doesn't want to stay out too late, too long, because I don't want to ruin my beautiful skin, because that's gorgeous,
Of course. I mean, really. I mean, why would you do that?
That's absolutely,
Criminal.
Folks, don't take me serious. I know I'm good looking, but don't take me serious. She is beautiful. She should win the
please.
Miss TV award and her and run her up there, right?
Oh, dear.
Aren't we all beautiful?
We are.
We are. No, I agree with that. We are all beautiful.
The trouble with people today, they read the book, but they see the cover. They don't look inside the pages.
That's right.
They don't read the pages.
Right. The one thing I don't believe in, and people can shoot me down on what I don't believe in, the childhood pageant, baby pageants. I don't believe in the little children.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement with
I
that.
don't like that. And your little kids, 6, 7 years old.
Yeah, dress up like harlots.
Yeah.
I mean, they're wearing more makeup than,
You and I would never think of makeup. I used to wear a lot.
And I don't think that young should ever be in anything like that.
And they can't and the parents can't handle losing.
Yeah.
Oh, the pressure they put on some of them. Not all of them. There are some good parents that teach them.
But I also think it teaches them. I think it takes a lot of self-confidence away from the competitors.
Well, parents do it to teach their kids confidence, and then they beat them up for losing. So they're just making it worse.
Well, they're playing.
I mean, not literally beating them up. You know what I mean?
Well, some do.
Some do. You're right.
When they don't win.
You did use it, and you used it correctly.
Yes, sirree.
Wow.
And they're really precariously through them.
Right.
Because they could never be, because they're coming overweight, or they're just pure ugly to begin with, with a piercing owl nose or something, But what they do, I had a lady out here that was on the. I just don't believe it. I don't believe in teenage pageants. I don't believe in women pageants, because you know what? Nobody is any better than anybody else.
Yeah.
Right, and I know there are people in this town that are very big into the pageant scene.
Yeah.
I know several people, and if that's your thing, that's fine. But I think you should have to be an adult to decide if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
And
My youngest stepdaughter was in Mush's Queen Day, and they didn't go by beauty. They went by who sold the most tickets, for the pageant. And there were two people there that were a lot richer than I was, and so one of them owned a motel, up there in Laconia and Nazwa, and he also had a law firm, and the other one owned some other business. So they, of course, bought up all the tickets to make sure, and I think that should be.
That was wrong.
Right. That doesn't help anybody. No. Right. That's just wrong.
And if you look at the. After these people get over to run around and all these things, like there was one in New Mexico or somewhere, that was so obsessed that she had facelift after facelift and facelift.
Yeah, some of those people, it just fuels their low self-esteem. Right. I mean, there was one, she did it so many times she became permanently disfigured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is so sad.
And another one, a lot of them because alcohol and drug addict.
Yeah,
wasn't there one that killed her boyfriend or something like that? I believe from Virginia or somewhere like.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
I don't remember that. What do you think about pageants?
Oh, I hate them. I mean, like Lori says, when they're adults, like the Miss America pageant, they're old enough to know what they're doing, what they're getting into.
But the sad part, they usually, when they win or they lose, or the Miss USA or Miss New Hampshire or what, and I'm not saying any particular one, people. I'm just saying a lot of them. I'm not naming any of them. But a lot of them can't handle the fact that they lose, so they dive into drugs or they dive into alcohol.
Or some other obsession.
The ones for the little kids are just criminal.
Yeah. Really. What do you feel about it, folks? Give us a call. Such and such and such and such and such and such.
640-3091. And folks, just to remind everybody, the number's printed right there.
Well, I don't have my glasses.
So just to remind everybody. You mean these right here?
I think it's on the screen too, isn't it?
Well, it should be for them at home.
Yeah. But I really do. And then I find interesting is that you don't see the men having.
Well, they do
bodybuilding
bodybuilding
Okay,
competitions.
that's different. But I mean, like
But
young
it's not
men,
really different because
No.
they do it for younger kids too.
Do they
And-
do it for young boys
and
too?
that shouldn't be allowed. It's not. It can't be healthy for a 6-year-old to be so
And
jacked
weights
up.
Yeah.
You know, I just can't be. I mean, there are different types of competition that they do for boys.
Yeah.
and
Let them
girls,
be
but-
kids, folks.
Right. You know.
Yeah, and they dress them up like you look like 30 years old. Here they are, 6, 7 years old.
Right.
Right.
There's
I
a
know.
woman that my friend Lorraine, who lives in, now she lives in Nashville. She knows some people. Oh, I'm sorry. She knows some people that they have this young boy, and they force him to dress up like a girl because they want him to become a girl, and they want him to win all these beauty pageants. And I actually looked into the eyes of it. I saw the pictures, so I wrote through, and I looked into the sadness that came out of that young boy.
That's criminal.
It should be.
It is. No, it should be. Somebody needs to tell the authorities about this. That's criminal.
That should be something
That is
has to be
extreme
done.
child
That's
abuse.
cruel to do that.
Yeah.
That's cruel.
I'm all. If you want to, if a man wants to become a woman, and one wants to become a man, fine. Make sure they're over 18. and
Right,
have
but you
the
can't
right to
force a
do it.
child.
No.
You know, I mean, there are some people, you know, that they had some girl not long ago on the TV that, you know, was born a boy, wanted to be a girl, and her mother supported her decision. That's different because that was her decision.
Yeah.
But if you're forcing a child to be a different gender than they were born, that's cruel.
Yeah.
That is beyond cruel.
The problem that everything that we have here in America, I'm not going to say others, but in America, it seems like everything that we do for Hollywood, we do obsessively. Like every bill that we have, because of obsession, we have to learn
Could
how
be
to
true.
balance our life. You agree with that?
Sort of.
Like, I like food, and we have to learn how to balance it. You know?
Well, balance is key to everything,
Yeah.
you know. That's
Whether we write books, whether we by the way, how do you do book coming?
It's coming
Like,
slowly,
Yeah, me
but
too.
it's coming.
I got 5 pages.
I think I have, I don't know, 20 maybe. But, you know, the problem with me is I just go back and retweak it and
That's
retweak
what
it.
I
And
do
that's
now
like, just
with mine,
go. Just
you know.
stop
Yeah.
obsessing over it.
I
Your
was.
grandmother says hi to you.
Oh, okay.
This is on your mother's side. Okay.
The only grandmother I really knew.
Yeah, okay. You don't have to know the spirits that pass,
Oh,
Okay.
no.
but they know you.
Oh, yeah.
People say, but I don't know them. Seriously, you don't have to know them. Your grandmother is very proud of you, by the way.
Okay,
She
that's
said that
good.
the way you have become so energetic with your life, the way you've done what you have done with your life, she's very proud of.
Hmm.
Okay. And
Well, I think of her often.
was she? Who did she make brownies for you or cook for you?
My grandmother, no.
Who was the one that did all the cooking?
My mother,
Your mother.
yes, with a fabulous cook and a fabulous baker.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Okay.
Yeah.
But we won't talk to these unless you want to. That's all up to you.
No, not today.
Okay.
My gra-
Mary,
Yes. Yes, yes.
Anna says hi.
Who?
Your friend.
Addie?
Addie, that's the name. Says
Hello,
hi.
Addie.
And she says all the cats are with her. Okay. And she makes sure. And she's laughing about the black cat that you see. Because she said she can't, it's not from any of us, but she can't control it. But the black cat, I think you're right. It is actually a black cat.
Yeah,
It is actually. Because if it was a white cat, you'd just see this, the.
right.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely a black cat.
It's
I
a
mean,
big
they all
cat,
saw it.
yeah.
You know.
You know, and one thing that I also understand with is you own your own house.
I'm sorry, what?
She owns her own-
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Do you
Do
want
you-
to sell your house?
Not today, no. I mean, not right now.
When I see you in 2 years, you're gonna have a chance to sell it.
Hmm.
And I would tell you too, for the money, number one, number two, it's probably pretty big, right?
Her house, it's
Yeah.
tiny.
Tiny. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, our house is very small.
Okay.
It's
Well-
what normal people get, what to downsize. We
Yeah.
downsized 40 years ago.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see right where you are. Did you have a big house at one time?
Yes, a
Okay.
couple of times.
Okay, so you actually downsized. Okay. One thing I'm also looking at with you had the heart of gold.
I do.
You're a very loving, caring person. But I don't want to get you mad until after you get that. When you get mad, then I'll come sneak around again.
My mother doesn't get mad.
my
She doesn't
mother-
know how to get mad.
Like mother, like daughter.
No, I can have a temper.
Oh, I know you
push,
have a
push my
temper.
buttons.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not
yeah.
going to like it. I'm very tolerant, and then
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
done.
I don't get mad, I get even. Legally.
Oh, these guys that were gonna hit. This is. Remember when this guy almost hit me over the head with a bottle
Yes.
with water in it?
Yeah.
I think I told you about it.
Yeah,
in the
you were
park,
telling
yeah.
me. Yeah.
And they were out in front of this house yesterday. This kid was, right? I'm with my dog. I've seen him. All of a sudden, I said, oh, no, here we go. He looked at him. He was all by himself. His friends were. I never saw a kid be so terrified. And he literally ran across the street. I didn't say a word to him. You know what? I just let his conscience be his guide.
Well, that just shows that
I didn't
you know
feed into it.
he's really just
He's a young
scared.
kid. Yeah.
And when he was with the kids,
was
his
just
friends,
a
he
tough
felt
guy, yeah.
emboldened, and he was trying to show off. But really, he's just a terrified kid.
Yeah, and I don't hold grudges against him. Actually, I cannot do my work nor if we don't forgive.
Oh, Alan, you know me. I'm all the time telling people forgiveness is the greatest gift you give yourself, and it doesn't have anything to do with the other person.
No,
Nothing.
just for yourself.
It's all about
Yeah.
your peace of mind and not letting them have any more say in your life.
Hey, how come you got more beans than I did?
Because she likes me better.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
You even got a bigger ring than I did.
Well, you know.
That's not fair.
Well, Mary and I are trying to keep our...
You got it, you got it.
Right, you know. You know, we're trying to keep on the down low, but hey, you know, whatever.
What can you say, right? Yeah. You like homemade baked beans?
Yes.
She makes the best. She really
I got one
does.
for
Actually,
you.
I've heard that.
I got
Yeah.
one for you.
You do?
Yeah,
Oh,
she
well,
gave
that's
me
nice.
Oh,
One for me
so
and
that's
one for
why.
you.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
oh, that's why you had to.
Yeah, well, you know.
Now the secret's out. See?
See, because Mary loves me so much, she's sharing with my family.
Oh,
She still likes me
okay.
better than you.
Oh, that it? Oh, okay.
I like
Folks,
this.
if-
Let's
on
get him
April-
going.
Now that hurt me. On October 7th, folks, if you want some good homemade baked beans made by our famous roustabout, Mary LeMay, she will have them at our event on October 7th, and it's called For Healing,
Healing.
Healing for a Healthy Paws.
Yep, very good.
Okay? I
That's
have to
Norm's
remember
new
that.
charity. Did I tell you about that?
No, I don't think so.
Tell her about your new
What,
charity.
my dream is coming true. Okay, a lot of work once I get past the government. What we're doing is we're starting a foundation for elderly people, mostly elderly, I think will be it, but anybody that can have it. And if their cat or dog gets sick and they can't afford a veterinarian, we will pay for it.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah, actually, you did tell me.
And I
something
don't,
about that.
if they can afford to pay us back, we can't ask for it back because if we do, then we're running a nonprofit. So we can ask
Right,
them
well,
to
then,
donate
we're,
it.
then we're running a business
Right,
instead of a
and I don't want
nonprofit.
that, yeah.
You can say donate if you
Yeah,
feel
you'd
like.
like
Well,
to,
if you
can
can,
afford it.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah, if you're
You know.
inclined to
And
donate back, that's
The things we will not do, I'm not going to help organizations like the Chester Animal Shelter or the Allied unless it's a real emergency, because if you do it with the like the Chester Animal Shelter or the Allies for animals or whatever, that'll deplete our.
right.
Okay.
You can't do that. It has to be for individual people, but people can't contact
No.
us.
No,
A veterinarian has to contact us
Ah.
and say, I have a patient here, and the owners have to choose between they can't afford to pay the bill, so their only option is to put the pet down. Can you help them?
Yeah.
And then we'll pay the bills so that they don't have to put their pet down.
Oh,
But we will
that was
also look
good.
beyond help.
Right.
And they know there's no cure, and there's no instead of extending the animals' life. This may sound sick, and I'm sorry if it does, but we will help. We will help pay to euthanize the animal.
Right.
On the
And,
last
if
extreme.
if it's time. I mean, if there's no choice, and
Yeah.
and that's the best option for the pet. I mean, but then this is why I think they should allow people to decide when it's their time to go too. If you're,
I agree
if
with
you're
that.
terminal, if there's no hope, you're not going to get better.
Yeah.
You should be allowed to end your life.
I agree.
We do it for animals out of compassion.
Right, yeah.
Why can't we do that?
Well, in Sweden they do it, right?
I'm not sure. I know there are countries that do it.
I know there was a talk of it here in New Hampshire. I don't think it.
I don't think they passed
I
it.
don't think it passed.
No.
Do you know,
Right
Paul?
to die.
I don't know.
Say again?
Do you know what that bill passed on the right to die in New Hampshire?
Not quite sure.
Well, I'm sure we can ask.
Yeah, we'll find out. Mr. Gary would
pain
know,
in the
but
neck.
yeah.
Whatever.
But I've always felt that way. But I don't want the problem that I have with it. I want to make sure it's doctor supervised or RM supervised.
Well, and that's why it needs to be legalized so that they don't have to go back doors and they don't have to, contact a drug dealer for, an overdose,
Well, that's
whatever.
like-
So they can do it peacefully with their family, or, just peacefully with love instead of.
I don't believe in abortion for people, but I'm glad it's legalized in this respect because this way they don't have to go out back to the, and do all
Well,
that stuff.
I never chose to have an abortion, but I do know people that have, and it's never an easy decision. And the thing is, there are times like if you're raped, I think it is beyond cruel to force you to give birth to that child. If that child is going to be born, stillborn.
Yeah.
Why can't you terminate that earlier?
Yeah,
Why do you
that
have,
I don't believe
you
in.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
There is a time and a place when I think it's the compassionate way to go. To just do it indiscriminately or to do it, in the third trimester, I have trouble
That's
with
wrong.
that,
Well, there was a woman in Concord. She was a lawyer, and she used that as a birth control.
Right, but that's few and far between.
And then she got married to this guy, and all of a sudden she can't have children anymore.
Right, and that is the risk of doing it
They got a
too
divorce.
many times. Is
Karma. As far as I'm concerned, karma has it. You know what? You don't want to do that.
right. Yeah, I mean, you put out to the universe you don't want children. Well, you do it enough times, and
He's going to grant your wishes. One thing I'm also seeing about you is that when you put your mind to something, you're going to achieve that goal. There's no pushing back on you. When you start saying, I'm going to do this, you're going to do it. Am I right?
I try.
Yeah, Does that make sense?
oh yeah, she's very, very much when she makes her mind up. That's
I
the way it's
also
gonna be.
am looking at the love that you had. What's his name, Bill?
Yes.
Hey, I
Oh my
remember that.
God.
Oh my God! See what
You should get a lottery ticket.
Really? I'm wrong.
Wow.
I don't
I know,
remember
huh?
seriously too
He needs
well.
a ticket.
Wouldn't it be something if I went and got one? Boy, I don't know what I.
You should.
You should. I'm telling
There
you.
would be a party tonight.
Wow.
But the love that you and your husband had, I want you to know that you two were soulmates in your past life as well.
We must have been.
You really were. You had to go through. How many times? 3 marriages? 2 marriages?
Two for her.
To her. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, she hadn't caught up to me yet, huh?
No.
No. Okay. You had to go through the other marriage to be
To
what
get
you
me.
had to. There you go. And
I
you're
mean,
right.
Duh.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hey, your other kids you could have done without, but hey, you got me out of it, so I love you all.
No,
Well, in a way, that's true because all my life I wanted a dark-haired, brown-eyed baby girl.
Well, you didn't get brown eyes, but you got hazel, so it's
No
close.
brown eyes. I know those are, what are they?
oh,
Hazel.
but when they're mad, they turn black.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Mine
know.
does.
I've never seen my eyes turn black.
Some will
Mine-
turn a
When,
dark
when I
blue.
get really mad, they say,
That mine
my
do
eyes
that.
are,
Yeah.
they get terrified.
Well, that's because you're possessed,
That's
obviously.
right, yeah.
Obviously.
My ex-wife used to think that, you know.
You know.
And I go, okay, whatever, you know.
I had to have 4 other kids before I got her.
Practice
Uh-huh,
makes
but that's
perfect. I don't
Yeah,
know.
see? I definitely see that you are going to have to put, forgive me for saying this, please, that you have to put someone of your family members in their place.
I think
Excuse me.
I did what?
You have to put some of your family members in their place.
Oh, boy.
And it's okay.
It is.
Because they're going to wake up to realize, hey, maybe we was wrong or whatever. One thing about you is you don't lie. And you're not, and if you tried, you would not be very good at it.
No, I don't think that.
Your face would turn red. No, watch your face now.
Probably, okay.
Your sister is Donnie, right? Donna?
Yeah, one of them,
Yeah,
Donnie,
one
Donna,
Donnie,
yeah, whatever you want to call her.
Yeah. She would, every once in a while, she would send me a quote from the Bible. It's okay, but, I just say, please don't do this anymore because I don't follow the Bible.
Right, well, yeah.
I'm
yeah.
polite with it,
Yeah.
But I don't, the thing is, I don't want to see somebody cramming religion down your throat. You have your own beliefs,
Well, it's not religion that's being crammed down her throat.
or the Bible.
Well, no, Donnie, she
Yeah,
doesn't,
she's Donnie.
she's not really, yeah, Donnie's just Donnie, that's
Yeah.
not the problem.
But I also, you're not done traveling, you know that, right?
I'm not what?
Done traveling.
Done traveling.
Oh, done traveling. Maybe. We're getting too old for this.
Never. How old are you?
82.
Oh,
my
honey,
God.
you're not too
She
old.
don't look it.
One or two more trips. I actually see you go to Hawaii.
No, that'll
No.
never happen, I can guarantee it.
No? Why do I
No.
say Hawaii around there?
I don't know, she would never go. She won't get on a boat or a plane.
Well, I guess that's out of it
She
then.
can't swim, so, yeah.
But now I want to. She has the opportunity. She can up to
Yeah.
her to say yes or no.
If they build a bridge over the water,
There you
then
go.
we can
You
drive.
know-
California does.
How did you get up here? You drove?
Yeah.
Wow.
2 days on the road.
Wow. You drive?
No.
Oh,
no.
yeah, that's good to know.
I gave up driving 20, how old is?
Oh, I love it.
Elaine,
Yeah, 22?
22 years
I
ago.
think you might have, let's see, Jerry's been gone the 18 years, 17 years. And so I gave mine up about 15 years ago. Yeah, I gave mine up. I went totally blind, so I gave mine up. Because I didn't feel it good, too cool to be driving on the highway when I'm almost blind,
Right.
I didn't want to hurt my beautiful body.
Of
I
course.
I didn't worry about the other people,
No.
Oh,
Why
God.
worry about them? It's all about you.
I know.
One guy
Yes,
actually
you
said,
drive.
you are
Yes,
very
I do.
conceited
Good
about
for
this
you.
question.
Yeah.
You know,
I was
Yeah,
driving
I-
since
I
I was
took
16
it out.
years old.
That way.
And
I was
you and
16 years old when I got my
inside wouldn't
license.
Oh, really?
Just
And I'll
got
be
to
70
get
coming up
Right.
in November. So, yeah.
I was 32 before I ever got my license in the first place.
My ex-wife was in her in her 60s when she got hers. Actually, when my ex-wife, we really did each other a favor by getting a divorce. As weird as that sounds, I come down here and I moved. And I grew up and I had a better life. She got remarried, which is fine, and she was left financially okay. And she actually got her driver's license and. So, sometimes things, I'm glad we got married because I have my son, obviously, and
His son's a figment of his imagination.
right.
I've never seen his son. Oh, he shows me pictures, but that could be anybody. He could just take a picture out of a wallet at the, department store. I don't know. I think he's making it up.
I
He used to
like-
pay a guy to call it and pretend to be his
Yeah,
son,
yeah.
but, whatever.
That's like Maria that used to work for me. You know, in all the years I've known her, I've never seen her son.
No?
Ever.
My son looks nothing looks just like me,
He does.
and he's got a fantastic job now. Now they're transferring to Merrimack.
Yeah, that's what you said.
And he's going to be going 3 to 11. I said, when he had his hand, he couldn't.
Right.
Now he doesn't have his hand. I said, Mike, I'll tell you right now, I like second shift. Did you work second shift?
Yeah, I don't like it.
No?
I couldn't go anywhere. My shift was third shift.
Yeah,
I
like
used to
third shift,
love
too.
third
Yeah.
shift.
What shift did you
What
do,
is
days?
third shift?
Third shift, you could go 11 to 7, 12 to 8.
Oh,
That was known as the graveyard shift.
oh yeah. Oh,
I
okay.
used to
You
love
like
it.
that.
Yeah, when I was at Wambach, I worked the third shift there
When
too.
you're where?
Wambach.
What the hell is that?
How can I explain it? It's
it a
closed down
factory?
today, huh? It's a factory
Oh.
where you make cloth In fact, they had the contract for the, what did they call it, for a boat, the sail. They used to make the sails and all that with them.
You know, it's so sad when you have all this industry that's gone out of business, like you just had won that.
Yeah.
And you got what the founder,
Weaving.
they used to be quite
With the
the
weaver.
restaurant. And didn't they have a tobacco place here too?
Yep, yeah.
You know?
They used to have, remember Campbell's Soups? They used to have one down in the mill.
Oh,
Right,
yeah?
right next to one back. They were there for years. You drive by and all you could smell was the soup when they were cooking it.
Yeah, they have a place that roasts coffee there too. That you can
Yeah.
go by. And it always
Yeah.
smells like burnt toast.
Yeah,
I like burnt toast. I like the charcoal.
Me too.
It's good better for you.
Well, and studies say that anything charred is bad for you, that it causes cancer, but I like...
see, I like burnt toast myself.
You know, I like, you know, everything they say is bad for you, then we might as well give up eating.
Well, you can't trust it because in two weeks or 2 years or whatever, they're going to come out with a study saying, oh, we were wrong. You know, it's like when they said don't eat eggs because they're so
Yeah.
bad for you. Now they're saying, no, eggs aren't bad for you, so eat
Yeah.
eggs. It's
You eat eggs?
I eat eggs.
I eat 2 eggs every morning.
I like eggs. I'm a breakfast food person.
Scott makes the best scrambled eggs. Yeah. And then he makes like, I like, you know, scrambled, or I like poached egg on toast. Some
Yeah, I
people
can't
don't-
eat those.
don't love that. Yeah, you
And I love that too, and I can't eat them.
can't have eggs?
The only way I can make is scrambled, but they got to be almost burnt for me
Oh, I
to eat them.
remember that. That's right. We went to that.
That's
And
the
we
way
had to
you
send
got
the
the
plane
eggs.
back, right?
Yeah, I'm
went
allergic
up
to
there.
eggs.
Really?
Allergic to fish.
Oh.
My
And we
husband will only eat eggs if they're scrambled and really cooked
Yeah.
dry and not good.
Yeah, I like the yolk ready.
I do too.
Me too.
I have fried egg sandwiches about once a week at least.
Yeah. Want a little ketchup on it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Got to have
Funny
ketchup.
thing is, I don't like ketchup except on an egg sandwich or a cheese sandwich.
Ketchup on cheese?
Oh,
On
yeah.
a cheese sandwich.
You do too? I have to try
Oh,
that.
that's good. I
Really?
finally found somebody who likes how I like to eat. I do the same thing.
But
You know, really. I like, once in a while I like ketchup on hamburgers or something like that.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I like it on hamburgers.
You know, I like French fries with mayo.
Oh,
I
that's
don't-
good.
I don't
Vinegar.
Oh,
Vinegar on your
Vinegar
French
is
fries.
good,
On your
but I
French
like-
fries. That's the French
that's a
way.
German way.
French way, too.
French, yeah. I
And then
like
French, I know it's German.
French.
to mix my ketchup, mustard, and vinegar together and then dip the fries in
Oh,
that.
I gotta try
That's my
that.
favorite way to do it.
Oh, I got to try that
How do
one.
you do it?
You mix ketchup, mustard, and vinegar together.
Really, I have to try that.
That's my favorite way to
I
we
do it.
mix
make our
it
own
together.
dressing. We make
I got to
our
try the
dressing.
vinegar next time. Mixed it
Rose,
together.
if you want to give us a call, tell us how you like your French fries, how you like your hamburger, roast, whatever, give us a call. You know, and maybe.
and my favorite way with French fries is with gravy.
Yes,
Beef gravy.
Yeah.
has to be.
And with the one with the beef gravy, and you put cheese on top of it, that's another French one.
Yeah,
Well, what is it called?
Yeah.
poutine.
Poutine.
Yeah.
Poutine.
I don't care too much for that. eat
I like it, but it's very salty.
It is very salty. You can't. I can only eat it like once or twice a year.
Yeah,
but it is
that's very
really
salty.
good.
I actually did a TV show, a quick one at Shayla Sean's, and to see these guys were eating 5 pounds
Yeah,
potatoes there.
Yeah.
And we televised it, not even a thank you from the restaurant to help broadcast it, you know.
Wow.
People, you know, like I used to do radio shows over here at the bar over here next door. I can't remember the name of it, but anyway. And a lot of the people you advertising, they could care less, so I don't do it anymore.
Yeah, well,
I
yeah.
used to do radio shows all over the place, and you know what? It wasn't worth my time.
Yeah.
And they could care less. They weren't paying for it.
Right, right. Well, then that
Yeah.
goes back to what
Yeah,
I've
so
been
that's
telling
what
you.
the hell, yeah. When one thing I like about you is that you stick by whatever you believe in. Okay, you're pretty solid on that. Okay, and I think that's a good thing. But if you're wrong, you'll be the first to admit that you're wrong.
Well,
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one, Norm.
It takes a while, but you will. We'll put it that way. I hate admitting I'm wrong.
Yes, he does.
Gets me right here. And when I pay positive energy, But I also, one of the things I'm looking at, please be very careful. I'm not saying you're going to be in a car accident, or no panic over that. And I'm not going to say anything's going to happen to your head, but I just want you to make sure he doesn't get overtired.
Yeah, that's what she says too. Tells him all the time.
'Cause I don't want him falling asleep at the wheel. You have to yell at him. I'd just cuff him in the head and wake him up a little bit, He's an adult, folks. I didn't say kid.
Hey, well, you can't have your driver falling asleep at the wheel.
No.
So what it takes to wake him up, that's what it takes.
I know every once in a while he's too quiet, and I say, "Are you asleep?" And he said, "Yes, I'm asleep. I'm sound asleep."
Do you listen to country and western music?
No, not so much. But my husband listens to it constantly when he's in the car.
Yeah, I like the old. I don't like the new
old
version.
stuff.
My
have no clue about.
My daughter-in-law loves the modern country and western. You like country and western?
I like all music.
They used to have a radio station down in Wheeling, West Virginia.
I used to love that one.
That used to be on, and we used to listen.
Yeah.
My father used to order his chickens from, you could go out and call it Wheeling, you could buy live chicken. They come to you back in the old days or whatever, And that was a great station. I don't even know if they still have it.
Yeah, it's still out, but the only time you can pick that one up is at night, in the middle of the night.
Well, I don't own a radio. That's the one thing I've never owned is a radio. People tell me I'm un-American because I don't own a radio. If it came with a radio player, like a record player or something like that, then listen to. I only like them in the car. I don't like radios.
Oh, I love listening to the radio. When I'm cleaning the house or something, I put on some music and just, dance around doing what I need to do.
Well, when I'm cleaning, I sing. Somebody runs out the door. So
Now, see, if you put on the radio, then you wouldn't have to sing, and everybody would be
I
happy.
I actually played on the oldies.
Yeah.
On the TV, I put it on that like that. But there's nothing worth listening to on the radio anymore. It's all about, and then I refuse to watch the news. Do you watch the news?
I watch the local news because I want to know what's happening in the state of New Hampshire. But I don't want, I think those 24-hour news channels, I think those should be banned at any public, restaurant, gym, anything. Because they just cause too much trouble. And half of what they tell you is outright lie anyway.
Yeah. Well, most of your restaurants, anyways, all put on the sports. Most of the channels.
I'd rather do that than...
Applebee's has the sports.
Yeah.
Our gym will either have one or two of those 24-hour news channels on, and it just bothers me. News.
Oh, I'm going to say, where's that? I'm going right down there.
It's so annoying.
One of the things, I don't see you with cancer. I got to let you know.
Oh, good.
I'm actually seeing you around between, you're going to be in your 90s.
What?
You're going to live into your 90s.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Just going to be a little, I want you to watch your sugar level, though.
Sugar. Watch your sugar.
I'm trying to see, I can't hear.
Okay. I'll talk to you. You can tell her how that.
I had to have her interpret a phone call this morning because I couldn't hear. I couldn't understand what they were saying.
Well, I'm a northerner, that's why. No, what it is you got to watch your sugar level. Okay?
Yeah.
You eat bananas?
Do I what?
Eat bananas.
No, actually I don't.
You really should, at least one, because you need the potassium.
Yeah, but bananas upset my stomach.
Oh, well, they have pills, right?
There are other ways you can get potassium.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Potatoes have potassium, right? Baked potato.
I believe so. But then you kill it when you put too much butter and stuff on it. So
No, you can never kill a potato with that. You know, when a baked potato,
well,
I
the
like
nutrition part.
Yeah. I like baked potato only with real butter,
Oh, well, of course.
and I like the sour cream,
I can
either bacon or
either way.
chives.
Hmm.
You know, Then you have to cut it very gently, and you make sure it's on a separate plate from your other food, so that your other food doesn't touch it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he eats all his food on different plates. He doesn't like his food to touch.
She taught me that.
Well,
Oh,
Mary,
you do
I
that too?
Yeah,
First thing I knew.
Actually, I think it came from when I was a child, my foster mother, because they had to teach me how to use a fork and a knife in this food because I had polio or whatever when I was a kid, and so that's why they consider it learn. But and they always said this, and it was here, and then it was here. So, and then when we went blind, I went back to it, and to this day, I still do it that way. Scott has so much patience with it.
I keep telling you, he's a saint.
He really is. I'm very blessed. And you know what I'm really more blessed as well? Is all the people around here, all the respect that I'm getting from the community. I'm realizing that I want you to understand I respect them as well. Okay. When we show love, not everybody's going to respect you, don't get me wrong, which is sad, but that's okay, is there a lot? But when we are honest and we truly believe, like you do, when we truly believe within ourselves that we're doing the right thing, then this is the respect that comes.
He's just said when you're doing the right thing, then you get, that's when you get respect. But weren't you, Mary, I was telling her that you were a private eye for a while, right?
Yep.
And she told me that had always been one of her lifelong dreams.
Yep.
That's right. You were very well known as a private eye, weren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it was dangerous.
Exciting, huh?
It was dangerous.
Yeah,
but you
I
loved
imagine
it.
it would be.
Yeah, the last time I went out, good thing I had a fast car. When I stepped on it, it took off. It was good.
I always thought I
But I
could
was
do
shot
that.
at.
Maybe
Ned did
not.
it for me.
Right.
No more.
No, and I think now that I'm an old person, who would ever suspect me?
Then
I
you go
could
for
sneak
it.
in there and get all the information.
Yeah. It's funny when you when someone says, like, I worked for a lawyer, and he says, I got to have this going, he says, and it was good money in it. And he says, make sure they have to sign this paper. Now, how can you go up to a door and say, will you please sign this? There's going to be a warrant for you. You can't
I'll
do
sign
that.
it right now, right?
You can't do that. So the only thing that came to my head is get a pizza. I had the guy's number. Called him up and I said, such and such home, and his wife or girlfriend says, yes, he's home. I said, he just won a pizza. I said, the only thing you'll have to do is sign it. Make sure I go back that you signed it. So I went in, had a copy. Would you please, so got to the bottom part where he needed to sign. Put it in the pizza, took the copy, and while I was backing out saying goodbye, because I didn't know what's going to go on, and once he saw what's inside that pizza, backed up slowly, my car is there, got into my car, bang!
He shot at you? Oh, that was in my days
dear
of being
me.
a private eye, wasn't it you?
No, that's what she said. She was done
That did it
after
for me.
that.
Did you do a lot of, how long were you a private eye? Investigator.
Because I just got into it, and maybe 6 months,
Oh, well, you got a quick
and that
cure.
was it.
You know.
No
You
more
know,
from there. I
that's
got
like-
I even got my handcuffs.
Yeah.
Still have all that stuff.
That's like even bounty hunters.
It,
That's
it's
a
like a
dangerous
bounty
job.
hunter.
That's a
yeah.
very dangerous
Yeah.
job.
It is. It's
Yeah.
something like a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
You really are.
Yeah. My son said if he was younger, he'd become a bounty hunter. Now he's a gun expert.
But it's dangerous. Very dangerous to be even a bounty hunter.
Right.
Heck, it's dangerous across the street today. You know, even though I have a lot of respect for the military, but I also have a lot of respect for the police officers. Even though I don't
I do.
always show it, I don't
Yeah.
always act it, because when they're disrespectful to me, then I get, and it's like 1%. That I'd say
No,
10%.
yeah, it's
that
such
is
a
that.
small percentage.
But the fire department, I have the most admirable respect for.
Yeah.
When you call them, they're there.
I say God bless each and one of them.
Yeah, all
They,
of
they,
them.
Oh,
they
absolutely.
even the police department, 'cause
But
they
there's
put
been
their
a lot
life.
of police shootings the last 2 or 3 weeks.
And every time I see a policeman, a fireman, any type of first responder, I'm always sending them blessings of protection
Yeah.
because it has gotten crazy. I mean, I know in Merrimack, the police are magnificent. And yesterday, Bruce and I got home yesterday morning, someone had shot one of our back windows with a BB gun.
Oh, dear.
So we called our friend Mike, the cop. Sorry, Mike. And asked him what to do, and he sent over 2 police officers to take a statement. And they were wonderful. They were professional, but they were friendly. They were just magnificent. And and then Mike called later and said somebody had shot his house too. So I don't know how many people in the neighborhood got shot, but we live in a
lot
big
of
neighborhood.
things, boy, I'm telling you, and even in Merrimack, even in Amherst, there's so much things going on.
Yeah.
You know.
How's it nice and quiet now where you live?
Yeah, where we live, yeah, it's pretty quiet for the most part.
No violence?
No what?
No violence?
Not much.
Well, I couldn't handle that.
No.
If I went up to New York, I stayed at some friend's house in New York, I couldn't sleep because no siren, no stuff like that. You get acclimated.
Another big word.
Yeah, acclimated to it. See that, Mary? She's going to need energy to do the right work.
I guess so.
You get acclimated to a certain environment, then it's hard to let go. By the way, how do you make it out with that road that you went and spoke at?
Well, like I say, they must, and come to find out, for your yellow lines and your blue lines, your white lines on the street,
You've been smoking some of my stuff there?
they are mixing it with water. That's why nothing lasts. That's why your lines disappear all the time, because it's mixed with water. I found that out.
Wow, well, that makes
How you
sense.
like that? How cheap can you be?
Right.
Because the 3A is bad out there
Oh,
when
yeah.
it rains.
Yeah.
Because my eyes are bad, and I have a hard time seeing out there. Because they got one bad curve out there. And if you don't watch, and if you can't see those white lines out there, you can end up in the river. That's how close you are.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, the river's right there. As you go by.
You live near Wally World, right?
No, yeah, it's right up above me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Target.
No, you got, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Up
Target
above,
is
that's
across
up
the
above,
street.
that's in Hooksett.
Yeah.
Just maybe 5 minutes away from the Hooksett line.
And the sad part is, the more condos they build, we talked about this last week, and I don't know how the growth of where you live.
Crazy where she lives.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It's getting worse.
Oh my God. When they moved out to their house 40 some years ago or whatever, it was a 2-lane road, 4 miles off the highway. There was 2 convenience stores, and that was it. Now it's an 8-lane road for the most part. There's at least a dozen or 2 dozen shopping centers, hotels, movie theater, bowling alley, condos out the wazoo, houses like crazy.
One development after the other going up. Housing development, it's just ridiculous.
Then why the animals are out in the middle of the street?
A bear got hit near
yeah.
their house just a couple weeks ago.
Not too far up the road from where we live, a bear was hit by a truck, and the bear was killed, but the truck driver was okay.
Well, I shouldn't say that. But up in 2 deer have got hit by running out in the middle of the street or whatever, and the guy who went because the deer was in so much pain, the guy shot the deer, the animal, and I think that was right that the game warden or the forest ranger actually gave the guy the deer, and what he was going to do, the guy who shot the deer because it was so much pain, that he was going to cut it all and donate it to because he was a vegetarian.
Well, in Pennsylvania, so many people hit deer that it's now like if you hit a deer, you're not allowed to have it.
Really?
It goes to the person who hit the deer ahead of you, if they want it,
Oh.
because people were hitting deer.
Yeah, you do it on purpose, so you shouldn't have it.
Up in some godforsaken town near a place called Jaffrey or whatever, they were hitting deer. They were hitting turkeys left and right.
No, it wasn't in Jaffrey.
No, it wasn't Jaffrey.
No, it wasn't Jaffrey.
Well, some small town. Okay, and this guy purposely, he was this 21-year-old guy. Thought it was cool. He went up and he took his truck and killed 12 turkeys.
That's
you only allowed one.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's disgusting.
He thought it was funny. His father was a lawyer, so he got away with it.
That's disgusting.
Big write-up in the paper.
Disgusting.
You know, and so and that's the sad part. When anybody breaks the law, there should never be a law. Well, because this guy has so much money, he's so politically connected, he's well known, and this other poor snap that's may not have this. The law, I always thought, was supposed to be for everybody, but it's not.
And it never has been.
No,
that's the sad thing.
Yeah.
But
That's
we
true.
all
Money talks.
But we can change that if we were all working on changing that. But there are still people, there are rich people that think poor people should all go to jail, and there's poor people that think rich people should get away with everything. I mean, as twisted as that sounds.
Well, how about that guy in Texas there? That because his family were elite, and all he got was not even a probation, and he killed 3 people DWI, but because his parents were wealthy, that he got away with it.
Well, then he got arrested for something else. So his mom and he fled the country, and now
went to Mexico.
now they're in jail waiting trial still. I think because
That's common.
I'm sorry, you can't. Yeah. But.
Folks, one of the things that we have, I didn't want to bet if anybody out there. You may think it's cool to break into somebody else's house, but how do you feel if someone steals away from you?
Yeah.
I've seen it happen. My own stepson would think it was, but yet somebody took something away from him. He would go bananas over it. I go, how does it feel?
Right. Well.
And doesn't pay to do that.
No, and it's just not right because. As Mary was saying, they look at the cover and they say, well, that person can afford it. But you don't know that person can afford it. And I remember when we were kids, a group of kids came and stole my brother's bikes. And it was like, but we're poorer than you are. Why are you stealing from us? You know what I mean? It didn't make any sense.
Well, that's like my youngest stepson went up and worked hard. He sold TV guides back then. 15 cents and 25 cents for a TV guide. And he saved his money and bought himself a new bike. And he was going in the store to buy a lot, and somebody stole it. And the policeman says, so? He should have locked it up. I said, that's what he's intended to do. Oh, well, he says, it's his problem. I said, so what if it's your kid's bike that was stolen? What would you do? He said, I'd go find the person that did it. I said, so if somebody did something to your kid's bike, you would go after the person, but because he's not, like you just said, because he worked hard to pay for that bicycle, then that's okay. And that breaks my heart.
And that's not right. That's not right at all.
Yeah, I went out and I bought him a bike, to replace it. And didn't they used to have to register their bikes?
Yes. They still supposed to do it today.
They're not doing it.
I didn't know. You're supposed to register bicycles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
They do it, I think, in July. They do it in Manchester.
And I know I was watching these kids that were there, and police officers there registered their bikes for them. But around on our side, and there's so many of them that they don't.
Yeah.
But
they give you a little sticker.
Yeah, and you put it on a bicycle.
Yep.
And actually, I think that would be to the benefit of someone who owns a bike, so they can say, well, this is my registration number, here's my ID number, because it's so, and I'm telling you now, these young kids, and not all also don't misunderstand, but these young people that go around the corner, I'm not saying where, and you see them with brand new, like $400 or $500 bikes,
Oh, yeah.
12 and 13 years old. They're runners for shall we say, they're runners for drugs or whatever. You know,
They got
So
some
they can
beautiful
afford it.
bikes
They
out there.
really do. Could you afford a brand new bicycle, $400 or $500 bike when you were growing up?
No.
My father bought me a bicycle for $15. It was a girl's bike,
Yeah.
but you know what? I appreciated that bicycle like it was no tomorrow.
Yeah.
And, oh yeah, you know, it was a good old fashioned one. I like them old fashioned
Yeah,
bicycles.
the big wheels.
How about you?
Yeah, we were fun.
I don't need a whole. I know that you don't need. I don't need a whole lot of expensive stuff to keep me happy.
Oh, no, I don't need.
As long as I got a little, you can see, a little food in my belly, and like I told you, the Steve Ackley one, and Scott's my. I have. Do I want to still win our lawsuit? Yeah. Do I want? But as it is, we take it. We're grateful for what we have today. Do I want more? Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't be
Well,
Jewish for nothing.
there's nothing wrong with wanting more. It's when you're not grateful for what you already have that problems arise.
I know you're grateful, right?
Yeah, I should say. Oh, you have no idea.
You gotta be. People don't. All these people that make all this money, like one of the houses I went to, he lives in a very expensive $1.8 million house, and he says money means nothing to me.
A lot of people like that. They're not humble.
But they could lose it
like that.
overnight. Bad investments,
I know.
fire, or whatever. People don't realize. So when being ill, like there was people in Bedford. Your wife, your mother is a very beautiful lady.
Yes, she is.
She has a beautiful heart.
What were you going to say?
Oh, the people next door to us get a new car at least every other year, and they just recently got one, and like a month later they had a different one in the driveway because they didn't like the first one. Anyway, while they're getting a new car every year, we kept the same car for 13 years. 'Cause perfectly good car. It got us where we wanted to go. Why would we waste the money getting another one?
In all the years I was driving, I never had a brand new car. I had one maybe 4 or 5
I
years
did twice. Addie bought those too.
old.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I had 2 new cars. And Addie bought both of them. I had a Subaru and Mercury Marquis. No, it wasn't Marquis. It was the. They made them years ago. They made them for 2 years, and they were lemons. And the one I had was a lemon too. Got rid of it.
You got, like, I have a lot of stuff that people throw away. Like, I have a computer that I have for Healing for Healthy Paws that my friend is doing the tower, revamping it and all that stuff, and doing it to monitor. And so, by the way, folks, on October 7th, we're going to be at the something church there. We're going to be at the church, I can't remember it all.
Unitarian
That's
Universalist Church on Union Street here in Manchester.
And we're waiting. We got a couple of readers. You and I are going to be there.
Yeah.
Mary, you're going to be there. And I got another reader that's coming in, the one that we went to, Tracy Arnold.
Yeah. Well, you're just getting to know Tracy.
Yeah, and so she's going to be there. And
I thought Tracy wasn't. I thought we weren't because we were already full of readers.
Well, I'm not. That's a long time they're not coming back. And I'm not inviting Amy. A lot of personal problems between her and I, so I'm not gonna. But I haven't heard of anybody else, and that one that was going to come on last week that never showed up. Definitely not inviting her.
Yeah, I got an invite to go to an event of hers. I'm like, you stood us up on the, you didn't show up on the show. Why would I go to your event?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
in
so,
the doctor's office.
Huh?
I was in the doctor's office last week.
Yeah. So I Facebooked her and asked her what went on, and she never responded. So don't waste my time.
That's weird.
And I have a lot of new readers that want to come in. So what I'm trying to do is change a lot of the different
Yeah,
readers.
it
Give
might
them more
not.
chance.
Right, be a good idea to get some new blood in
Yeah, I
there.
think it's good that way. Instead of like I think Amy Sabatino.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she'll probably come back. I think, and it's time. Oh, I'm going to get a hold of Luna.
Yeah.
She was very popular.
Oh,
And Bob is going to come as far as I know. And we're looking now for a candle, like if they want candle maker or whatever they want to do that. I've got crystals coming in. I think I may cut down on the size of the event. I'll know by August.
Yeah,
Sure,
well, we got time to see how many vendors we get.
Yeah.
But
and folks, if you want to join our event, obviously I'm not going to tell you how much it costs, but if you want to join our event, it's a minimal fee, and cheaper than most of them.
Yeah, definitely.
We really are. I don't make any money on it. She doesn't make any money on it. Mary's the only one that makes thousands of dollars
I
on
know.
it. Yeah.
I won't tell you how much.
There you go.
But this time we want to bring in more. I think vendors for animal health. Natural products for animals or collars and
In fact, at that next meeting, we're going to be talking about that.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. And we already had a set of horseshoes and rings donated to us. My son is doing it, so that's cool.
Nice.
And we got a few other articles. So we had raffles. We did really well with the raffles. Actually, we made the food. We made double the money than we ever made.
Yeah, it was it was this year.
Yeah, this last
And
one.
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, I made well over $100.
We made $199.
Wow.
And when the raffles, we made $200, right? As well.
I don't remember, but it was
now.
quite a bit.
It was. Well, it was $1,800. Well, $2,200 altogether, but we gave them $1,800 because of the expenses.
That was good.
Yeah, you know.
Right.
Yesterday I put on, I already got somebody bid on it. If I sell, I got a lot of NASCAR stuff, a lot of autographs. If I sell it at my price, I will promise you would get half.
Oh, thank you. You heard that, folks.
You will.
But you know what's that takes so long is the IRS approval. They gotta get their share, Then I gotta go to the city, then I gotta go to the state. So I gotta get all the work from IRS first.
Right. Right.
Then I can continue with it. But I'm probably gonna. I'm looking at. See if I'm right. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Okay.
I like doing that, right? I'm looking between 6 months and a year before it gets up really rolling the way I want it to.
Oh, the whole nonprofit.
Right.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would think more like the beginning of next year before you're really up and running. But I do think that this upcoming event will be very successful. I do think that the paperwork and everything will start coming together a lot quicker now. So it'll be good.
Well, once I get the numbers, you can hang on to your paperwork. That's most of what we'll see. It is going to be tax deductible.
Right.
Okay, we will make it.
Okay.
Okay, we will make it up so it's tax deductible once we get the numbers. The ID number and all that.
Right. Well, you have to have that. Yeah.
And so I think I'm just excited about it. It's a dream that Mary, many years ago we talked about it at one time. And Mary said, you can do it if you want to.
Yeah.
You've heard me talk about
Oh, yeah.
what it is, like I said before, folks, I don't do stray animals. They gotta belong to someone who can't afford to go to the vet. I'm sorry, there's too many other organizations that will do that. Do you see in the, I don't know what the hell is going on here. Do you see in the paper what was it? 84 Great Danes?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
something like that. Yeah, that was crazy.
And she lived in a mansion.
But it was, it's heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking.
I think
There was a suspected puppy mill.
Yeah.
This woman lived with 84, I think they were Great Danes.
Yeah,
They're all Great Danes.
$1.8 million mansion.
Oh, what a mansion. Did you see their mansion?
The mess. I mean, 84, and they were living in squalor. I mean,
I think I think it was too overwhelming for her. She was 84 years old.
I think her intent originally was good.
Right.
No, she wasn't that old.
Oh, I thought she was.
No, she wasn't that old.
No.
But I think it blew up on her, I think.
Now, is she allowed to go back to that house?
No.
She's not?
No. It's been
I think we really need to pray for her, send out a special blessing, don't you? Because I think, like you just said, she wouldn't pay the money to have them fixed. And I think she just got and plus she lived far enough off the road where nobody would see it, And, I truly believe that she meant well, like you said.
Right, I think she started out meaning well, and it just got overwhelming. So
Yeah.
before everybody condemns her, find out her side of the story. Which
This is what I
know.
In this country, we're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But the sad part is the other way around.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
sad
Well,
that is. I know.
They said the dogs didn't have half the food, half the water.
They
They
look
should
in
have
pretty
had,
sad shape.
and some of them were really thin.
Now, somebody that, like, if I knew where they were now, something like that, I would be more than willing to do a big second event to help pay for those animals. Something like that, I would really, really, really
Yeah.
do. But again, I don't know if she's broke, if she don't have the money or what, but I know that my understanding is with a friend of mine who lives up in that area, they're going to put a lien on her house to get the animal taken care of. I said, isn't that pretty quick? Isn't that a pretty quick way of doing things? So you've already condemned her. She's been arrested. You've already no trial. But you've already
She's
condemned
going to
her.
trial.
Well, she will go to
Oh, yeah,
trial.
Oh,
She
she
has-
will.
oh, yeah,
But they've
yeah.
already. Well, what I think
Yeah.
she should. Don't get
Well,
me
no,
wrong.
but they are her property, so
Yeah.
she is therefore responsible to pay for their care, which is why they're putting the lien on the house. They're not, they're not labeling her a criminal or anything. They're just trying to find a way to get these dogs, her property, the care they need.
Yeah. Yeah,
She-
some really need.
Mary, you need to
some
open
of
up your
that.
pocketbook and buy that
I know,
mansion from her.
Yeah, I know. What a mansion, huh?
Yeah, just
But I wouldn't
just
want it.
run right up there and buy it.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
I'll
you
buy
know.
it tomorrow.
It's just sitting in your glove compartment
No
in your
big
car, right?
deal.
Right.
No big deal.
I know. Rather check your Hayek and bounce, right?
Yeah, it would.
15 minutes.
Yeah, right now it would bounce.
Doesn't matter to me. I mean, no. I mean, we're almost out of time now.
Yeah,
It's only it's
Okay.
5:30 or 5:27 now.
So what is your next goal? When you going back home?
I don't know. We
Clear
don't
it
have
by ear.
anything that we need to go home for, so we're just gonna stay here, live with Nori and Bruce for another year or so.
It's okay with me. I keep telling you that. You're more than welcome.
Oh,
My home is your home.
She does.
Yeah.
She all the time, but I wouldn't do that to her.
But I think I think it's awesome that you are visiting her now. I think that's tremendous. I love it when parents are able to go visit their children, and the children are able to go. The one thing that disturbs. Oh, I can't wait for my mother and father to die. I
That's
I
horrible.
literally threw her out of my office, and I think you would have too.
Oh, yeah. If someone said something like that, absolutely.
I tell them all.
When is my mother going to die so I can inherit all my money? I said, what are you going to? I know that was inappropriate on my part, but
Right.
I was just so
Well,
upset.
but you get
And
yeah.
I said, you know what? I can't read you. I'm not going to. I
Yeah.
can't handle this.
I don't blame you none.
No.
I wouldn't
I
do
don't
it
know
either.
because there's so many of us like what you went through. But there's so many like myself who would love to have had a family growing up, who would love to have known my mom, who would have loved to know my dad and my sister. And then I hear all this stuff, and it just bothers me. It breaks my heart. I'm so blessed to have the relationship that I have with my son. And yours is getting better. It's going to get better. I believe it. I'll believe it for you.
I
Okay.
got to hug him.
But you have a good relationship with your daughter.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and your grandkids.
Oh yeah.
Do you smack them?
Never.
Why?
Because they're good kids. Well, except for the little devil one, but she's so
just a
cute.
smack to make them better.
No, never.
Actually, folks, I'm only kidding. And my children never, ever got hit. So if I talk about it, it's just all talk. And I really mean that. When my son, he was playing with a stove one day, right? And he was going like this, and so I hit him like this on his hand. I cried harder than he did. But I'm pretty proud of my son. He's got a good job. He's a master tool and die maker, and he's still learning. He can do trigonometry in his head. Can you?
No.
I can't either. All the same. I don't know how I ever passed it. You had to do it in nursing. But chemistry.
Trigonometry? You have to do trigonometry to be a nurse?
Yeah.
Why?
Chemistry. Because all the mixed up algebra
Well-
and all that.
well,
I'm talking
algebra-
way back in the old days.
Algebra I can understand. Even geometry I could understand.
I don't
I
know.
understand
It was a
trigonometry.
required subject when I was back in high school, so we
Chemistry.
did it. And I had a lot of trouble. Thank God I had this girl who had a wicked crush on me. So I let her do my homework for me.
How nice of you.
I thought it was.
No.
till I got a bad mark one day because they caught me.
Yeah.
I had a, I don't believe, every one of us learn at our own pace. You agree with that?
Yeah.
I wasn't a super intelligent person. No, I did better on my own than I did in the classroom. So the teachers would always have you. I always said I was never accepted in the school I went to.
Well, that makes it hard for anybody.
Yeah. So they had a little library there, and I took the books out. I taught myself how to read. Then they had the math books. I taught myself how to do all of this and that. And she would never give me credit for anything I did. So, but it motivated me to do better. And when they had a Christmas party, I was not allowed to stay home because I knew they were going to have a president. I wasn't allowed to have one.
See, that is.
See, and so folks,
horrible.
don't tell me. So from all of that, and I can see the abuse. It's still the sad part. That abuse is still going on in the schools, and it's not just the students; it's the teachers as well. And that's really wrong.
Yeah, because the teachers has their pets.
Oh, absolutely.
So I know what you're talking about. Let me tell you, when I went to school,
Were you a good student?
I was until the kids started picking on me. Because most of the kids, came from where there was money. One of the schools I went to. Catholic school, you usually have money. You got uniform, they got everything today. Well, the minute they found out what area we lived in, they knew we wasn't rich. We were known as the poor kids. I mean, they would pick on us and everything else. But I always fought back.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
I fought back.
When I started fighting back, then I was getting in trouble. And, I was bullied, then I became the bullier. Nobody wins.
No, but you get to the point where you get sick of it. When they take your coat and step on it, make a mess out of it, what are you going to do? You're going to fight back.
The teacher says it's your fault.
Yeah.
Some kid fell down the stairs one day just because I had to have a string across the stairwell there, and he just had to trip over it, fell down. Accidents happen. That's when people realized that I was fighting back. I wasn't taking being bullied.
Well, you
but
have
folks,
to because they keep picking on you.
Please believe it. It's wrong to bully, and it's also wrong to have. It's sad that you have to take the bullying.
But if you don't stand up for yourself, they're going to pick on you and pick on you and pick on you until you do stand up for yourself. Once you stand up for yourself, they leave you alone.
My granddaughter will not lie. Like they were bullying her and they were pushing her around.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because she told the truth. She's the one that got suspended.
Yeah.
Which is
that was wrong.
Which is wrong. She said, we know they did it, but they didn't admit it. But you admitted that you did it, so we had to suspend you. I went, wow, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was at McLaughlin Street School, so if you listen to it, principal, you're at fault. You allowed it to happen. A lot of the kids that go to McLaughlin Street School get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
There was this one girl, I don't know if you remember reading about, that got beat up on the bus.
Yes.
Okay, and then the the bus driver told the principal, and the principal put it under the, and then she got beat up in the classroom, and nothing happened on her.
See, that is wrong, and we all need to stand up against bullying.
Yes.
And
There's
it
too
goes
much out
back
there.
to what we always say: if these persons, children and or adults, knew love, they would never do what they do.
Yeah.
So you need to teach your kids self-respect. You need to love and honor yourself. You need to teach your kids to love and honor themselves. But you also need to teach each other compassion and understanding, because bullying is a big problem, and it's getting worse.
It is.
This year.
And the sad part, and it's in the job structure too.
Yes.
A lot of your supervisors, they become, the next thing you know, they're bullies.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they promote people to supervisor who can't do the job.
Right.
And that's a proven fact. That's not just an opinion. That's a proven fact. If you can't do the job, they'll make you the boss.
Yeah.
And that's ridiculous. You should have someone who knows how to do the job, because how else can you be an effective boss?
There's one person where my son worked. He worked in this one company, and this guy he'd come in half drunk, and they give everybody a hard time. And so finally they caught up with him, and he's no longer working there. I can't understand how they allow employees to come in half drunk or whatever. I don't understand how they do. When in my days of working, and I'm sure your days, I know we're only 19. I realize that, but in our days of working, I'm sure you too. If you would have went in the slightest smell of alcohol, you were sent home or dismissed
Or fired.
or fired.
Yeah. But I mean, when we lived in Alabama, I worked at a Wendy's, and I worked the morning.
You worked at a Wendy's?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know why that's a big deal, but all right. But I worked the morning shift, and so they had hired a night manager, and the night before he came on shift, and the day manager left, and then he went to the bar across the street. Well, the restaurant closed at 9, and they couldn't find him anywhere. They didn't know where he was, so they called another store manager saying, "We don't know what to do."
Yep.
And they ended up they called the police. And then they went home, leaving the restaurant unlocked and, money in the cash registers and everything because there was nothing else they could do. And the guy's like, well, I just wanted to have a drink. Well, you...
Yeah, I know
and then he threatened to sue for being fired.
Yeah.
It's like, really? I don't know.
It's unbelievable. I don't understand, these people back when if you came in with I got sent home a couple of times because I had too many to drink, shall we say. And you know what? No, right there, I felt they could have fired me when they didn't, so I'm grateful for that. But it seems like today, it doesn't matter if you come in drunk or not.
Oh, gosh, yeah. And, when they come in drunk like
they're gonna
that.
sue.
Yeah, I worked in one restaurant. Thank God they're not in anymore. They went out of business. The cook was so drunk. He'd be sweating, having a beer, drinking it, and working over the food, cooking it.
Oh, dear.
He would drop a nice big piece of beef on the floor, pick it back up, and put it back in the oven.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised what restaurant this was.
The vault.
Huh? No,
No?
no.
Okay.
This was on the west side.
Yeah.
So
No.
Tony would come along and say, Mary, go help him.
Don't.
So I'd be
No.
cooking.
Yeah.
Right.
Instead of being over here, because I worked the bar and everything else, he says, go help him. He'd be sitting in the corner, passed out. And I do his cooking for him.
Oh, dear.
I never did manual labor. I really didn't. I didn't know what it was like. Being a nurse, being a supervisor, all that. I was very blessed except for this. And I got sent to, when I got my life sober and I started working hard, and I got sent to a recycling center. Oh, my God, I'll never forget it. Oh, it smelled. I think I worked for like $6.50 an hour. I had never worked that well. But you know what? I learned how to be humble.
You're right.
You know what I mean? And there was this one guy, he come in quite a time. He was throwing a glass around. He'd been speaking, he hit another guy in the head. And then he cut himself open with a bottle. And this guy, he got workman's comp because he had the accident. And the guy who hadn't smoked in pot in 60 days, they denied him. Even though he's the one that got hurt. And they gave this guy workman's comp.
Yeah, you'd be surprised what happens behind.
Because drugs are illegal.
Well, I was just watching a big thing that the federal government classifies cocaine, amphetamines, and morphine less dangerous than marijuana, which is ridiculous.
It sure is.
Completely ridiculous. The science does not in any way back that up.
No.
But alcohol is legal because the alcohol lobby is powerful. They got a lot of money.
I wanted to sue the Canadian Club whiskey makers because that was my drink. The lawyer literally laughed at me. Literally. He said, are you out of your mind? I said, no, I'm serious. If a person can sue for smoking, being addicted to cigarette smoking, why can't we sue for being addicted to alcohol? Because it is socially acceptable.
Yeah.
You drink a martini?
She doesn't drink at all.
Don't drink at all.
I can
Anything.
picture her drinking. Don't smoke cigarettes.
No.
She's a Miss Goody Two Shoes.
Well, not always.
What I want to say, what a pleasure to have you back. Next time you come back, we want you back on again.
Oh, well, thanks for having me.
Oh, no.
It's
I
always
remember the
fun.
first time. Yeah, I remember the first time. I'm not going up there. Well, we do. I'm always happy to have other people come back on. You know, my troublemaker.
I know.
Mary, want to tell about your show?
Okay, it's called Crusin with Mary. Last week, it was so funny. Someone said, "You're the red caddy." They know me just by
Right.
the red caddy now, you know. And I said, "Yeah, I got the red caddy." And the man said, "I love your show. Me and my wife, we catch it every time when you're on." I said, "Thank you," but they keep asking for the Christmas one. You know, so I says, "Well, I'll see what I can do. See if I can have them put it on for me. Maybe for the 4th of July they'll have the Christmas one." So, anyways, you can catch me, folks, on the repeats. Let's see, Monday at 5:30 p.m. Tuesday, that's a new one I saw, at 2:30 a.m. On Wednesday at 7 a.m. On Friday at 2:30 p.m. and Saturday at 12:30 a.m. So you can catch me on the reruns.
And
Very good.
isn't it a good feeling?
It is. I'm enjoying myself. I really am.
She likes
I'm
that.
having a
I
ball.
honestly
I'm
think
having
that-
a ball.
I honestly think you being on the show, having your own show, has given you more vitality.
Yeah, I'm having a
Yeah,
ball.
no, we've talked about that.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I think it's great. And then I feel complimented that you're a spin-off of my show. I'll have to let it. You forget I'm on the air. Next time,
Yeah.
you just let it ring.
Because it dawned on me. I
But,
don't think I never told him.
Yeah. But well, one of the things that I do, I have a lot of shows that came off of my show. Andrea Yates, Christina's show with Jane King, what's her name, Smith there. I can't remember her first name, anyways. But they all came off of my and it's exciting to know that people are doing that. You
Yeah.
know.
Oh, you mean Ann Deirdre?
Huh?
Ann Deirdre? Is that who you were thinking?
Yeah. And several other.
Yeah, there's like 17 of them.
Yeah, we counted out 17 of them come off the show. So, and I'm still plugging along, I love it. I really do. And I think a lot of it has to do with, because I don't want you to get too big on this, but I do have a great co-host. And that makes
do.
a big difference, Next
you
month it's
certainly
going to be
do.
3 years, right?
Finishing 3 years in July.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 years.
And because I know knocking out of the co, and who was it with me? Oh my God, I was talking about this the other day, and they said to me, "You finally got my son. You finally got someone that cares about your show." So that was a real blessing, because
Yeah.
when the other person that was on my show, it was going down the tubes, that I was ready to throw in the towel.
Yeah.
And then when he made that big decision that he couldn't know when he could make it again, that's when it all coming up. I said, "Yep, Spirit." And then she got a phone call or a message, however, I don't
Yeah.
know. But anyway, then she came in and it was great. So you have a great daughter there. Just don't
I
let
know
her
it.
go to expand out here, But no, I think we complement each other.
I think so. I think we work well together.
Yeah, and the best part, and no, folks, when she goes home, she goes home. When I go home, I go home. If we got something to say, we text each other, or
Right.
whatever, when we're always, that we have our own lines
Yeah.
and stuff like that. We do, and nothing. Did you rehearse anything before you came in?
No.
No. Did you?
No.
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 I don't believe in it.
No, we like to
What comes
just
to your mind comes to your mind.
let it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, let it flow.
Yeah, that's like folks, if anybody is ever interested in coming on my show, they can give Lori a call, or go on her website, which
Yeah,
is,
go
there, or
yeah.
they can go there. Or if anybody's interested in going on Mary's show, Mary's more than willing to give Mary, how can they reach you?
You can call me at 782-5835, or you can email me at Q as in Queen, ADDIE1 at Comcast.net.
.net.
My email.
Yeah.
I'll go up on Facebook with Mary J. LeMay and friend me, and I'll get back to you.
So Mary Jules LeMay.
Yeah, I'm a JR. I really am. My license is JR.
Yeah.
Because I'm named right after my mother.
You know. And they can go to your website.
Yeah, you can always reach me through autoheart.com or through the Norman Friends Facebook page.
Right, and we will get back to you. But do know this: we'll sit down and talk about who we want to come on.
Right.
I kind of like to know who they are before they come on, and you're the same way.
Right,
you know?
right.
If you got anything you want to talk about, if you got anything about something that, as long as you're not defaming somebody. Hey, that's another big
I
difference.
know. You
My
are
goodness,
really
I
on a
like
roll.
that.
Yeah. As long as if you're defaming somebody, you better prove it, because I will not be responsible. I know you're not going to.
No,
and
we
will shut
we
you
won't
off.
have the negativity on the show. If you're, no politics,
Yeah.
but if you have a charity event, anything that's enhancing, like the city of Manchester,
Right.
we want to hear about that. We want to share that, and this show is seen around the world. So, if you have a message you want to get out, this is a good forum for it.
I will say that I do have Keith Hirschman and everything works out. Bill Berry. They're going to talk about the improvements on the west side, and Kate McCurdy is going to be co-host.
Yes.
She and I don't agree on this part of the pot, but that's
Right.
okay. But you're going to be on vacation, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
we're going to
so
be on
she-
vacation. So,
Okay, she's going to be on vacation, so Kate McCurdy is going to be on, taking her place.
thank you, Kate.
And thank you, Kate. And we're going to talk about just what is improving, because Mary, as well as I do, the west side is
Needs it
improving on
bad.
the side. And so I just want to see
Yeah.
what they're going to do to want to enhance the TV better.
Yeah.
We're not going to say the Democrats are doing this or the Democrats.
No.
You know what? I wish to heck there was never a Democratic label or a Republican
Right.
label. Why can't we just run on independent labels?
Well, just run
Or
by
we can call
person.
it the Harriet Party.
Yeah. Well, because there's good and bad in all the
everyone-
parties,
Yeah, of
and there's
course.
way more than just the two parties.
That's
So
right.
don't let people
When
tell
they
you
got
they're not.
green tea or green
they got-
party and
yeah.
all
The
that.
Green Party.
Yeah, they have a
The
lot
Tea
of different.
Party.
The Tea Party, the Green
Yeah.
Party,
Tea
the
party,
Libertarian.
I like green tea, so
whatever.
that's okay.
I drink it.
You like green tea?
I do. I drink green tea quite a bit.
Yeah, I've been doing that with a little dash of lemon in it.
Yeah, I made it with lemon this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes I put blueberries in it. Yummy.
I don't
That
like
sounds good.
blueberries. I'm not a big berry eater.
I am.
I really am not. And they say
like fruit.
blueberries are one of your best things in the world for you. Supposed to be what, antitoxic or something like that.
Antioxidants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I couldn't pronounce that one, so you do. But I just hear something. I like watermelon.
Oh, I love that. My cats eat that.
I hate
Really?
watermelon. My husband and my dog love watermelon.
Yeah, there's nothing in it to hurt them.
No.
No.
Nothing
You like
there.
watermelon?
Not really.
I don't like the watermelon juice.
See, that I like,
Really?
especially if you make it into a martini. I'm really happy.
Well, I'm
But-
not a martini person. I mean,
No,
I am, but I can't.
no,
be.
but it's
Yeah.
very hydrating.
Yeah.
So there are times where I've actually juiced a watermelon just so Bruce loves watermelon. He has the watermelon juice to be to drink for hydration.
I know someone who does that. They take vodka, and like the little bitty things that they have, you can
Oh.
make little scoops of it,
Oh yeah,
and they use that to scoop it out, and they'll put it in their drinks.
yeah. Lots of people do that. I know
Yeah.
people that make ice cube. They freeze it and make it into ice cubes, and then use that in all kinds of drinks: iced tea, water, whatever.
Just give me the old-fashioned days where you don't have the blueberry martini, the raspberry. I like I'm trying to think of the vodka, the Absolute gin and the Absolute mix with it. That was always my drink. And people now, they don't shake it and they stir it. I like Bud Shake.
Everywhere I go, they shake it.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
like
love a mudslide.
I love a grapefruit martini. We go to
I know we sound like we're alcoholics, but that's okay.
Well, you don't even drink.
No, I don't
so-
drink. Almost 22 years.
Yeah.
I can still, you know what? And I don't mind talking about it. And if I think I want to drink, I'll go into a bar and watch how these idiots act. And say, "Oh my God, is that how I act?" I was in my son was playing one time, and I walked into the bar, and I said, "Mike, is that how I act?" He said, "No, you actually acted worse." I go, "Oh." My son won't let it.
Right,
and
right.
Oh my God. So it reassures me of the things that I've done, and I don't. Would I like to be able to have a martini? Yes. I'm not going to say I wouldn't, or a whiskey and soda. Yeah. I miss it twinkling, especially when like that, the ice trickling in the ice.
Like that. Yeah, tinkling of the ice in the glass.
Ice, yeah.
Interesting.
But then I go back and I say, this is what I don't want to do again.
Right.
And I wouldn't even drink anything that has been made with beer. Or I realize, folks, that the alcohol is out of it, but it's still that one flavor. People buy near beer. Folks, it's still got beer in it. And it still has, I think it's 0.1% of beer in it. But it still has that flavor that is going to cause you to drink even more.
No, I know lots of people that only drink the non-alcoholic beer. They don't drink anything else.
See, I don't like beer.
Oh, I love beer, as
I
you
don't
know.
like it.
Well, you love Carl.
I never could
Carl makes
stand the
good beer.
smell
I
of
can't
beer.
stand beer. I don't even like the smell
Well,
of
Mike
beer.
makes
Yeah,
good
but
beer.
I never- I
Mike
didn't
and Carl
Worst thing you can
together.
drink.
They're opening
I've
up a
never
new
understood
restaurant,
how
another
they got
brewery up
past
there.
the smell.
Yeah.
And the thing,
drink
you know,
Yeah.
the one thing that I do know about this country, the worst financial woes we get into, they will always find ways to get drugs, unfortunately. Always find ways to get alcohol. And the women will try to find their ways to get their hair done and makeup or whatever, you know. But they won't find ways to feed it. I'm not saying all of them. Don't forgive me for this, but it's still, you know, instead of spending the money on alcohol, I'm not telling you what to do or whatever. Yeah, yes I am. And going to the beauty salon, it's okay. You can do it at home. You know, take care and feed your children.
I agree with that.
Always make sure your children come first. I bet you did. You know. My dad used to take me when I didn't know, when he did pop around. We got to this one place in Lebanon, New Hampshire, and the people were buying their hamburger and all that, you know, stuff. But, you know, I know that some people work 2 or 3 jobs to provide for it. I honor them for it. Have you seen how outrageous babysitters are today, daycare centers?
They are very, very, very expensive.
Outrageously outrageous.
But, you know, now it's because they have to have so much insurance. And their costs are crazy high.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous. And you know, once in a while, like we go to Blake's on Fridays, my friend and I, Dottie, and you see, you know, people there get, you know, 3 kids, 4 kids, and they'll have a big meal, all of them, and the kids will take a bite here and there, and the rest of the food stays. And I'm saying, oh my God, what a waste. Why don't they just get a plate, you know, if they got 2 or 3 kids, say, hey, get a small dish, and everybody have a piece of it.
Well, a lot of restaurants won't allow that.
You know, it just is terrible.
But
How much food that goes to waste.
It is. In this country, the food that
When they're not allowed to take it home by government laws.
What?
You know, a restaurant, if you have waste that maybe, you know, like you send a plate back and it wasn't, they have to throw it away. They can't.
Right.
You have
right.
to.
No, yeah. And
And
there's
they
that's
can't give
health
it to the.
right, which is.
And they used to be able to give it to the New Horizon, you know, and stuff like that. They can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Like the donuts, so you can't. send
Right.
to the
I mean, I just think that's so wrong. I mean, the waste the waste we have in this country alone, and I'm not getting into politics, I'm just saying, the waste that we have in this country alone from restaurants and grocery stores could end world hunger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how much waste we have in this country.
Yeah.
I am grateful that they had the churches that do for the people that provide the food that are donated to, like the food pantry, the bake, what is it they call it, the food pantry over in the New Hampshire
New Hampshire Food Bank.
Yeah, bank, and all the different churches. You know, you can knock all the churches you want in the world, but the one thing I want to say to you folks, like the Catholic Church, they have those food pantries. And I've been very fortunate, been very blessed. I've had to use them, and you know what? I'm not embarrassed, but I think that we need to repel every one of us who have had to use it. And Linda, at the shelter, I think that we need to feel very blessed for it. I'll always remember when I had lost everything and I was in line to get a box of food, to be honest with you, from the kitchen there, the New Horizon.
Yeah.
And everybody says, how could you talk? I'm not embarrassed. This woman gave me a pair of moccasins It may not seem like to her, it was just giving somebody a pair of shoes. And her name was Teresa. I'll always remember it. She was a little lady, wore glasses, died of cancer, unfortunately. And that was one of the biggest turning points in my life.
Yeah.
I started crying. She said, "They're just a pair of shoes." And I said,
To her, but not
to
to
her.
you.
But to me, it was a kind of, she said,
meant a
"Here,"
lot.
and it was. And I think I still got them hidden somewhere.
Yeah.
Because I refuse to throw them away. Because
They're
when I feel
great.
about it, and, if you got something and if you got like an overabundance of food, how much?
3 minutes.
Okay. Food, or if you got something in your house that you got people that someone that needs it, don't be afraid to give it. Don't be embarrassed.
Right. Share.
I have clients that come
Share.
in. That come in, and I always like to stock up. And if I know they need something, I'll give it to them. But not looking for a pet. I want you to know.
No, I know you're not.
Yeah.
But it's what we often say. If you have excess, don't throw it away. Somebody needs it.
You're right.
Give it away. Check with your family.
Put it
Check
in
with
the
your
paper.
friends. Right. Donate it to a
Yeah.
food bank
Yeah.
or a charity. But there's so much that people throw away in this day and age that could be used.
Yeah.
All right.
Harriet, I want to thank you for coming on. I hope to have you come back on again before you've got time before you go home or whatever. Mary, thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
on. It was
Thank
a
you,
pleasure.
Mary.
Thank you
And
both.
thank you for the bank meeting, even if you did give her more. But that's okay.
But the rest of them, I got
Lori,
to bring up the
have a
money.
good week vacation. We'll see you in
Thank
2
you.
weeks. And,
Yes.
Enjoy it.
Yes.
And
we're
by the
going
way,
to
folks,
try.
if you're listening up here, we are having Keith Hirschman on, and hopefully Bill Berry, and Kate
McCurdy.
McCurdy on the co-host. And if Glenn's around, I'm sure he'll want to come in and speak his voice too. So everybody remember,
Good luck.
this is your week, this is your day, and everybody be a winner.